All right, we are live on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of your favorite podcast. It's the Jonesy and Brown Show. My name is John Brown. That's Mike Jones. Welcome to the show. Ready to talk some basketball? Are you ready to talk some Philly basketball, Mike Jones?
Let's do it.
All right,
I'm
look,
always ready to talk ball. You know that.
we got a special guest on the show today. He is the man. He is one of the organizers of the upcoming Philly All-America game. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the coach of the Camden Monarchs. He is a longtime Philadelphia high school coach. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Stan Laws to the show. Stan, welcome to the show, my friend.
Oh man, glad you guys got me on tonight.
Oh, appreciate your time.
We appreciate you coming on, chopping it up with us, talking some hoops. First of all right, let's start with the game itself. What is the Philly All-America game?
Okay, well, the Philly All-American game is a game that was inspired by a situation that occurred with a young lady by the name of Diamond Johnson. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her, but Diamond Johnson played at high school basketball at Newman Goretti High School, and I forget her actual rankings, but she was top 6 in America as the best young female student athlete in the country. And she was snubbed by the McDonald's All-American committee, and she didn't get in the game. So someone called me and basically was like, pray for this young lady, because I don't know if y'all know I'm a minister as well.
Okay.
So they like pray for her, and so I was up praying for her and just lifting her up in prayer, and I was inspired to kind of do something, to try to brighten her spirits, and to lift her up and encourage her. And so I found out when the next game was. And I looked up the guy who ran or hosted the event. It was a Scholastic play-by-play event by a guy named Jeremy Treatment. He puts on basketball showcases throughout the country. So I called him up, and I said, "Hey, Jeremy, you heard about what happened with Diamond, and I was wondering if I could do something nice for her." And he said, "Well, what you had in mind?" I said, "I want to go get a jersey made that says Philadelphia's All-American. And put a number on it and get some T-shirts printed up and give it to her family, her friends, or teammates." And he said, "Sure, come on." So I put the shirt in what they call like a shadow box. I don't know if when they retire people jerseys and stuff like that. So he gave me the mic, let me speak a few words to her in the audience. And I basically said, "Listen, life, you're going to experience a lot of ups and downs. You're going to face a lot of challenges. Sometimes things isn't going to go your way. But if you just keep your head up and persevere through your adversity, everything will be all right. And although you may not be a McDonald's All-American, I want you to know that you're Philadelphia's All-American."
And that's first of all, that's dope. I applaud you for making a move like that, for doing things like that. Now, I guess so, because so many people talk about the Philadelphia basketball, and the Philadelphia basketball player. But a lot of times you hear about the men,
Right.
like on the men's side, you'll always hear about that Philly basketball player. There'll always be the stories about the Kyle Lowrys, the Morris twins, even all the way back to, when we were younger, when it was Sheed, when it was Kobe,
Right.
Alvin Williams, players like that. But not enough is said about the women. Not enough is said about girls basketball in Philly. So like speak on the talent that is coming out of this area, the girls' talent that's coming out of Philly right now.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of young, talented young ladies, young women who is taking a step to the next level, which is collegiate basketball. And you're right, they don't get the notoriety, they don't get the publicity, but it has a soft spot in my heart because for the past 18 years, I've been running Bible basketball camps in the Philadelphia area. And a lot of young girls come to my camps. And one of the things that made it special for me is my daughter, she played basketball. And so I used to call my daughter my basketball Barbie, and she did some great things at the collegiate level, on a lower level, but nonetheless, some great things. Matter of fact, my daughter, Tamara Laws, is the single game rebounding leader in the history of women's basketball.
Really?
She grabbed 42 rebounds in a game.
Oh, wow.
And so A lot of people don't even know that. They could Google it. Tomorrow Laws, look it up.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually the highest person is Wilt. He grabbed 55 in the game, but she was in junior college and she averaged 21 points and 21 rebounds for the whole season.
Well, you could put your name up there with Wilt and anything.
Well, they did an article on it.
There's Wilt, and then there's your daughter.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that little bit of trivia. That she's the single game women's all-time rebounder at 42, and so because of things like that, and what Diamond has done, and what other young women are doing in the game of basketball, I decided to incorporate women in some of the things that I do. In terms of acknowledging them and letting the world know that we got some talented young women out here doing some great things as well. And if you watch Diamond this past season, I mean, she had probably one of the best freshman campaigns ever.
Now, where is she playing now? Where's Diamond playing now?
She was at Rutgers University, where I believe she averaged about 17, 18 points a game as a freshman with a loaded team. Other talented stars on the team. She broke the starting lineup, I believe, like by her third or fourth game. She was coming off the bench. She just get buckets, man. So, but I think she's transferring to NC State.
Okay.
NC State. I think that's where she's
going. She going from the frying pan to the fire. Like for real. She going Big Ten to the ACC.
Yeah. But she got the talent, man. She got the talent. So I'm praying for her, and I'm praying for all these young ladies and young student athletes that they be successful at the next level.
And with the current rules and transfer rules as it is now, she doesn't even have to wait a year. Like she'll be able to play next year, right?
Throwing right in the fire, like you said, man. Wow. Got to get busy.
All right, so there's going to be a men's game and a women's game coming up on the 16th. Give me a little bit more about the women who are playing in the game this year.
Well, we have a plethora of talented young ladies, young women playing in this game, and it's about 22. A lot of people don't know we originally started this game with the top or the area's most talented, because I ain't gonna say the best, because there's some people that are very talented that it isn't playing in these games. But we wanted to start with the top 20 girls that we felt were worthy, student athletes worthy of participating in this game. And so we narrowed the list down. We had a lot of people still calling right to this day, trying to get in this game. I couldn't even imagine that this game would get to the magnitude and where it's at currently. But we got a young lady by Amoye Jordan, Nevaeh Chester, a young lady by the name of Krista Ricks, Lex Brooks, Zaire McNeil, Amani Corsi Beatty, Anaja Brown, Zanaya Ross Barnes, Sierra Bermudez. I wanted to get that right. I'm trying to get these names right. You know, they got some crazy names. So Siani Montgomery, Janelle Price, Aisha Thomas, Destiny McFall, very, very ultra talented young lady. They are Danae Carter, another young lady going to Mississippi State. Destiny's going to, I believe, Virginia Tech. Daisy Wilson. Daisy Wilson is a young lady that literally participated in my camp. And so when she was selected, I had really no part in the selection of the young lady. A friend of mine, great young lady by the name of, I always get her name messed up, Andrea Peterson. Petey. She's been a phenomenal blessing to me and helping me get these young ladies together to participate in this game. So Daisy Wilson, who played in my camp, probably like when she was in the fourth grade, for several years participated in my camp. Shout out to Daisy. Amaris Baker, Kalia Myricks, Lucy Olson, Dana Keeper, Manasia Harvey, and we just added the last two, Sanaa Redmond, another very talented young lady, Division I prospect, and a young lady by the name of Brianna Dodson, who is about 6'1", and she can really bring it. So I'm excited for these young ladies, man. I salute them for becoming Philadelphia All-Americans.
Now, are all of these girls high school seniors?
Yes, this game is a senior-laden game. No juniors, no postgraduate players that may go to prep school next year. We wanted to really keep the integrity of this game, and we wanted to feature the young men and women that will be entering into the college ranks in the fall.
Okay. Now, before we jump over to the men and we talk about the people on the men's side, how hard is it? How hard was it to get a game like this started? Because I mean, people have tried before, and there have been different leagues, and people go back and forth on how to properly showcase players in Philly. How hard was it for you to organize a game like this?
To be quite honest, it wasn't really hard at all.
Okay.
I think a lot of things begin with the heart. When you have a heart for something, and when God gives you a vision, and you just got to carry it through, man. And the hardest part of this game for me is the financial part, because I don't got no 8, 9, 10,000 to throw out there. But I have a heart and a mind and a willingness to sacrifice. And that's I think that's one of the things that a lot of people aren't willing to do. Like I told you, I do full-time ministry. I've been doing full-time ministry since 2003.
Okay.
My last job was Scepter. You know what I mean? And so God touched my heart, and he called me to a service, first to him and of course to humanity. And so with that being said, they lied to me, I believe, when I used to go to church all the time. They said it takes money to do ministry. And I learned that it don't really take money to do ministry. It takes a heart. It takes a heart and the calling of God to put you in a direction and give you a vision, and he's gonna send the money.
Mm-hmm.
People will see the vision, and they'll come. And I have a variety of friends and family who have offered themselves or their talents or their gifts, or businesses who are offering product. It ain't just about money, but it takes a lot to come in. And I've been up 5 o'clock every day for the last 2 or 3 weeks trying to put this together. And my phone, when I wake up in the morning, I have hundreds and hundreds of text messages and calls and inboxes asking for tickets. This thing may be crazy. When God get behind something, you best believe it's going to be awesome. And I'm telling you, it's going to be an awesome experience for these young people, because that's ultimately what it's about.
Talking with Coach Stan Laws of the 2021 first annual Philly All-American game. Just went through all the players that are playing on the women's side. It's 2 games. There's a women's game. There's going to be a men's game. Let's talk a little bit more about that men's game. Let's talk about who you got coming in. Who should we be on the lookout for?
Oh, my gosh, man. Look out for all these guys, man. That's number one.
Okay.
All these guys are talented in their own right. And I want to give a shout out to even some of the players who we had on the list that didn't make the game. That's another tough thing, because you can't put everybody in a game like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we started out with 20 guys, and we had 25. Basically 25 players. And we're contemplating adding a 26 just to even out the teams. And some people say, well, why you got 26? Why you got 25? Why you got 13 on one team and 12 on the other? And it's real simple. It ain't that deep. We put out too many invitations. You know what I mean? And people went, because when you put out invitations, people start saying no. A lot of people told us no. Like, I guess they probably don't know this ball head dude. You know what I mean? Try to get me a play in this game. I ain't never heard no Philly All-American game. But guess what? They know now. And they knocking down the door trying to get in. And with that being said, we gave out too many invitations. And some guys called it in the 11th hour and said they wanted to commit to the game. And how can you send an invitation for somebody to play and then tell them no? You can't rescind that. And so that's how we ended up with 25 players, 13 on one team and 12 on the other. And we are thinking about adding another player for the other team.
Was it hard to decide how did you decide who went to what team?
Again, we originally started with 20 guys. So we took a list of about 25 of what we felt were the top guys in the area. And again, this is no slight to nobody else. There are some very talented young men in the area, but we went with the top 20. So of that top 20, we took 25 that we felt were kind of at the upper echelon of high school basketball in the area. We try to narrow this thing down to 20. So basically, we had 20 guys that we wanted and 5 alternates. Well, unbeknown to me, 5 guys were going to prep school. So that dropped us down to 15. Another couple guys didn't want to play. That's what we heard. He said no. So now that's 2 more. So now we got 7 guys who are not going to be able to play in this game. So now we go to our alternate list and we send out invitations to them. And they say, yeah, hey, look, might go to junior college, I might go to D2, I might go NAI D3, and they decided they wanted to play in the game. And so that's how we got our list.
All right. Well, look. So let's get into a little more. Like who you got on this men's team? Seeing a lot of players on the list. Said you got 25 guys. Who you got coming in?
Well, we had what we call a selection show last night, and we listed 25 guys prior to that, and we selected 2 captains. Rasul Diggins out of Archbishop Wood was heading off to UConn. And a Catholic League guy, champion, 2-time Catholic League MVP. So it was a no-brainer naming him captain. Not only that, he's a great young man. That has a lot to do with character is major. I mean, we had some young people in the game that unfortunately, for whatever reasons, we couldn't add them because of certain circumstances that I won't, bring up. But we try to select the best kids because character is very important for this game as well. You're going to call yourself an All-American, or we're going to call these kids an All-American. You best believe we need to make sure that they are All-American to the truest sense of the term. And so we started with Rasul Diggins. And like I said, a phenomenal young man, great basketball player, but even a better person. And he's heading off to UConn. And then we started with the other team captain, a kid by the name of Wooga, Nassim Poplar. A kid from Math, Civic, and Science Charter High School who's heading off in the fall to the University of Miami. So look what we starting with. What's that? Big Ten
and ACC.
ACC. I mean, come on. And I got to go back to Rasul Diggins for a moment because when I reached out to his father and to the young man to ask him to play in this game, without hesitation, he said yes. And that's huge in this day and time where a lot of these young kids got very big brains. You can't say certain words because they're pausing you on here. But they got very big brains, big minds, or whatever you want to say. But this kid without hesitation said yes. And then I reached out to Nassim Poplar and he said yes without hesitation. These guys are going to some big time institutions and they saying yes to little old me. Well, big old me, I'm like 275. But big old me, yo. And so it was awesome. And once they committed and they sent me their pictures, we posted it, and it just started falling in place. And then of course, when other guys start seeing they wanted to play. So, but we narrowed the list down. So Team Sue Diggins consists of him, of course, Rasul Diggins Jr., a kid by the name of Malik Edwards, going to a NAIA institution in the fall called William Penn University. Very tough young man. I believe he's out of, I'm not sure, I want to say Bonner High School. Mm-hmm. And then we got a kid by the name of Ed Hollins, who because we allowed them to select their teams out of the 25. So Sue selected a kid by the name of Ed Hollins, 6'6" kid going to the University of Pennsylvania out of Friend Central. Mm-hmm. Very, very talented young man, can play anywhere from the wing to inside. He'll probably do a lot of wing things at the next level. A kid by the name of Munir Newton out of Archbishop Wood, 6'6", super elite athlete. He's a Division I prospect and he's undecided, but I'm looking for him to sign with somebody very shortly. A kid from Roselle Catholic, that is, man, this kid, I mean, if any coaches are still looking, he's undecided, but I'm quite sure he got a lot of irons in the fire. This kid is awesome. Amari Marshall, look out for him, but he's currently undecided. A kid out of Father Judge, 5'11", Nasir Johnson, score lord. They say this kid get buckets. So I'm looking to see this. I didn't really get a chance to see him this year. The team didn't really do well, but I believe he was third team All Catholic or something like that. And He's a bucket getter.
Mm.
Jimmy King, 6'1", out of St. Joe's Prep, heading off to play baseball at Holy Cross, but he's a two-sport athlete.
Okay.
And so baseball cut the check, so I ain't mad at him if you don't play basketball. Another kid that I grew up watching when he was a youngin', Jalen Stinson, kid from down the bottom. Father Marvin Stinson played at Dobbins Tech. I gave him a couple buckets. I gave his pop some buckets back in the day. His pop was a bucket, and like they say, the apple don't fall far from the tree. And so little Jay gets buckets, but he's also a tenacious defender. I mean, this guy played very great on-ball defense for what he's heading to James Madison, Division I institution. I believe they in Virginia or something like that down there.
Yeah,
something like that.
James Madison's down in Virginia.
Sewell also selected a 6'6" power forward out of Newman Goretti High School by the name of Zakir Williamson, another young man who attended my camp when he was younger. I remember Shaq was a little guy, man, and he's a big guy now. Pause too. I got to pause myself. He's headed to the University of Buffalo in the fall, and so I'm excited for Shaq. Taquan Woodley, a kid from Camden High School. He's heading off. He originally signed with Penn State, but once they got rid of the coach, he rescinded his scholarship offer, and he's heading out to South Carolina, SEC country. We got another guy from Camden, but at Camden Catholic High School by the name of Zach Hicks, 6'8" wing. Can shoot it, can fill it up from the wing. He's headed over there to play for Big Blue over there, Aaron McKee at Temple University. Nice. And then we rounded off, and this is not any particular order that Sewell picked his team, but he got a kid by the name of Stevie Mitchell heading to Marquette, 6'2" guy, 6'2" guard, can do a lot of things, very special. They got a very formidable team, man. So Woodgate got their hands full. But,
sounds like it.
Yeah. If you want, I don't know if you want to say anything else, but I can go right into the next team if you want me to, real quick.
Sure, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So Nassim Pablo, again, headed 6'4" wing, super athletic. I believe as this kid continues to grow in the game, he has opportunity to be a pro. A lot of these kids have opportunity to be a pro. And I think a lot of them are going to make some money at the next level. Now, what level it is in the pro ranks, that remains to be seen. But that kid is going to the University of Miami, ACC territory. But he selected a kid that's heading off to Temple University, Newman Goretti, a guard that plays both ends of the floor. Hasir Miller, they call him Fab. And this young man is tough. Now, a lot of people, I've been seeing this young kid. He literally played for I Am Focused Finest AAU team back in the day in his younger years, probably when he was about 13, 14. And of course, the Vultures grabbed him up and he started playing on some bigger circuits, and he deserved it. You know what I mean? Because he got bigger. I mean, in terms of basketball, and very talented young man. Freddie Young Jr., heading to Lincoln University, a HBCU school, 6'3" out of Trenton Catholic. This kid is tough. He gets buckets. So this game is going to be full of bucket getters. We're going to see how it pans out. But we got another kid that's headed to LaSalle University, 6'5", athletic. You put it up there, he's going to go get it. Deshaun Shepard out of Archbishop Wood. So look for him next year over there on, Olney Avenue. Make sure I say it right. Olney Avenue. Be like Olney. I gotta articulate it correctly because they get on my back. So a shout out to Deshaun Shepard, 6'5", out of Archbishop Wood, heading to LaSalle University. A kid from Delaware, 6'3", Cecilium. I think I said it right. I don't know. It's a tough name to pronounce. Cecilium I don't know. I think it's Cecilium or Salesianum. That's what I think it is. 6'3". He's a two-sport player as well. I think he plays football and basketball. He's undecided currently, but he's going to be participating in the game. A kid.
You said that last kid is from Delaware?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just the city of Philadelphia.
No, a lot of these kids go to schools in the tri-state area.
Okay.
Tri-state area, yes. Philly, Jersey, Delaware. For those out there who don't know what the tri-state area means, you can't forget everybody ain't graduate. But so yeah, he's from Delaware. and he's going to come up here and he's going to put on a show, hopefully.
Okay.
I seen Wilson, a kid out of Strawberry Mansion High School. This kid led the public league in scoring at 28 points a game. He's undecided. He plays football as well. This is a kid that I wanted to interject into the game because we started off really focusing on Catholic and public schools in the Philadelphia area schools. But as we got in the process, we started, branching out. And so I would be remiss if I didn't have some public league kids in this game because I'm a public league guy myself, having coached at Fieri Charter as well as Strawberry Mansion. But this kid is tough, and the people will see it. I know a lot of people who didn't get in the game, and parents and basketball gurus and all that is going to come out looking to see what this kid. And I don't think he's going to disappoint. And he's going to surprise a lot of people, man. This kid can play, and he got a lot of heart. And so I look for him to do some great things in this game. Marcus Randolph, I call him a sharpshooter out of Archbishop Wood. He is heading off to Richmond University. I believe they also down in Virginia, right? Correct me, I don't know.
Yep.
Yes.
Richmond
this
Spiders.
kid can shoot it. This kid out. Listen, there ain't too many shots this kid didn't like, and he will pull up in transition. So these guys better get ready. I'm talking about for three. This kid can shoot the ball, flat out shoot the ball, and he's a little crafty. So it's gonna be good seeing this young man. Fareed Burton, a 6-foot guard out of Chester High. I wanted initially a couple kids from Chester High, but the other kid I couldn't get in contact with. But Fareed Burton reached back out when I gave him an invitation, and without hesitation, most of these guys, without hesitation, said yes. And so I'm just so blessed to have these young men and women participate and give their commitment to this game. But look for Fareed Burton. His brother was tough. Used to play for Chester as well. We're gonna see what he's gonna do in this game. We'll get some of these top guards. Hunter Healy, 6'8", out of McDevitt, played for Coach Will Chavis. This kid has a scholarship to Bloomsburg University. And the reason why I stress scholarship, because some people are getting on my back, why this guy in the game? He got a scholarship to play basketball. I don't care how many minutes he played or didn't play or how many points. He got a scholarship, and he got some talent. And from my understanding, for the past couple of years, he gave Archbishop Wood some problems. You know what I mean? And so this kid can play, man, 6'8", and you listen, need some size all the time in these games.
Absolutely.
Can't put all the guards in the game. I know it's a guard-oriented game, but wow, man, we had to put him in. They say his name is Sandon Whistler, but they sent it to me as Whistler Sandon II. This kid is out of Paul VI, I believe, over in Jersey, South Jersey. He's heading to NJIT, a glue guy. I think he averaged about 20-something points a game this year. But he can fill it up. He can defend. Strong, physical, athletic guy. He's going to be a problem in this game. So I look for Whistler Sandon or Sandon Whistler to play great in this game. So guys, don't think y'all it's going to be sweet. It's just a little, easy, sweet game. This guy coming to play. Nasir Little. This guy might have the most fans in the game. He's out of West Town, which is a great, great program. Produced a lot of great, great talent as of late. He's heading to the University of Albany. 6'4" wing guard, can handle it, play either position. His family is coming deep. I think they purchased over 30 tickets. Over 30 tickets.
They're going to have their own section.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have their own section.
And rounding out the 12th player for Team Wooga is a 6'11", 7-foot center out of the Phelps School, heading off to Memphis University. His name is Sam Anu. I think I said it right. Big fella.
Big fella heading down there to play for P.P. Hardaway, huh?
Yes. So that's the two teams. Again, we may add another kid. We may not. I don't know. But I just got to move as the Lord moves me, man, because like I said, I'm trying to make this day, this event, an experience that these young people will never forget. And I think if you guys are in attendance, you're going to see for yourself. You'll be like, wow. Like I said, the people that is rallying to my side to assist me in a variety of ways, and I'm not just talking about financial, because every year I put on a charitable fundraiser for my summer camps. And my goal is one day to make my summer camp totally free. Right now, I charge like $60 a week. You want for 7 weeks?
That's not bad at all.
Not bad. That's great.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
not, yeah,
Good.
that's great.
My kids don't even play basketball. I'm about to put them in that.
Hey, send them up. Listen, we be having swimming trips, and it ain't just about basketball. I just use basketball as a vehicle to teach life lessons, and of course the Word of God. But we have a lot of Islamic young people who participate in my program because it's not about religion. I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I believe that God put us here for a purpose, and that's to glorify Him and to be a blessing to our brothers and sisters, man. So the brotherly love, the Philadelphia All-American game is really not about the geographical area of Philadelphia, but it's all about having love for our brothers and sisters.
Okay.
All right, real quick. Before I know, Mike, you got a question real quick. Just want to put out there, if you want more information on the Philly All-American game, you can call the number that's on the screen right now, 267-819-6682. Talking to Stan Laws of the 2021 Philly All-American game. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, so Coach, question for you. Now, when it actually comes to the game, what can we expect to see on the court? Are these guys going to get any chance to try to work together to build any kind of chemistry before game time, or is it just going to be, we'll see what happens?
Well, one of the goal is to get all the kids there early, so we can, number one, give them their uniforms and really give them the itinerary for the day. Again, this game is really impromptu.
Okay.
This is like this spur of the moment. Like this is later. I gotta move when the Spirit say move, and I gotta be a blessing when God say be a blessing. And so this game is coming together, man. I just can't really explain it. But I think you'll see it all culminating and coming together at the actual event. So we're trying to get the kids there before the fans arrive.
Okay.
So they can get their uniforms, get familiar with the rims, get familiar with the courts, get familiar with the atmosphere, and work on their trajectory, the shot, the field, all that stuff that goes into the game. And
get your depth perception in the building and everything.
All that depth, yes. Where you coach at?
I let that go a few years ago, but I did used to coach a little.
But we want to get them there early and just kind of give them an idea of what's going to transpire. We got a great festive day for these young people. I'm hoping and praying that when the girls play, I hope they looking and watching and their parents watching, that they would stay and support the boys. Because a lot of times people bring their kids to events and once they get done, they out. This is about brotherly love, man. Connecting. I ain't talking about no geographical city. I'm talking about true love, man. True agape love, man. That's why a lot of stuff is messed up now because there's no God in it. It's all self-inspired.
If you happen to know one of the guys playing, come early, watch the girls play anyway. One of the girls playing, watch that game, stick around, watch the guys play, support all the kids.
Yes. So we're gonna have some things, and we're gonna be honoring some people. I don't want to let that cat out the bag, but we're gonna be honoring some people who are worthy, who is worthy of some type of honor. So I'm excited about that as well.
That's good. That's good. You got some. You got 4 teams.
Say that again.
You got 4 teams, two women's teams, 2 men's teams. Yeah. Who are your coaches for this for the event?
The coaches for one of the women's teams is Coach Kevin Slaughter. He's a coach at Arden Reed High School. The reason why he came to mind because I know people are like, why pick him, or all the crazy stuff that people say. This guy is in the trenches with these young girls. He coached girls basketball at Arden Reed High School. He provides a platform all year long, not just when the season comes, not when they cutting the stipend and the check because you're the basketball coach, but he puts his life and sacrifices himself for these young people, man, girls and boys, but mainly he's with the girls. And I see him year after year honoring his student athletes, getting them in colleges. They're going there, they're excelling, they're getting their degrees. They're moving on to 4-year institutions, whether they go to junior college or they're getting their bachelor's degrees, whether they're going to 4-year institutions. So I had to bring that brother in. But I started out with the Newman Goretti coach, Andrea, I don't know if I'm saying her, Andrea or Andrea Peterson, a phenomenal young woman. My daughter actually played at Newman Goretti. And so when I reached out to her, again, no brainer. Yes.
Mm.
And she has worked alongside of me tirelessly to make this game a reality and to bring in these young people and these young women. And I'm excited about this game, man. I'm a little tired physically, but I wish I could show y'all what I'm feeling internally. And if anybody watching, I'm not going to cry tonight because I was on the show the other day. I got a little emotional, and they were joking on me about. But I wear my emotions on my sleeve, man. I ain't afraid
Nothing wrong.
to cry.
Passion for what you're doing is a good thing.
No doubt, no doubt.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right, before we let you go, just break it down. Let everyone know when the game is, how they can get tickets, how they can go, how they can see this. Sounds like it's going to be a great time. It's a doubleheader, 2 games, 4 great teams. How can they see it?
May 16th at the Camden Croc Center in Camden, New Jersey, a beautiful facility, very nice, 1865 Harrison Avenue. That's the Camden Croc Center. And if y'all know anything about the Salvation Army and Ray and Joan Croc facilities, they big time. So it's a big time facility, a big time atmosphere, a great place to have some high school hoops. It's going to be packed. The first day I put up the tickets for the VIP, I had about 10 to 15 VIP tickets. They gone. They sold out. I also posted floor seating. 50 of them. 70 of them, I'm sorry. They're gone. Sold out already. So the only thing left is general admission, which is the bleachers. I gotta say the bleachers because I posted the word stands and people was calling me like, look, I'm not trying to stand up the whole time. Like, stands with an S meaning I'm too old.
There are actual places to sit. You will be able to sit down. Don't worry.
Right.
I would have understood.
So, but there are about 300 bleacher seating, stand seating, and I'm saying about 100 or something is gone. So folks better call and get their tickets, 267-819-6682. And watch this. I'm available 24 hours.
Oh, boy. All right.
Guess what? I can say that because that's what my ministry is based on. I do full-time ministry. So sometimes I'm laying in the bed, I get calls 2, 3, 4 in the morning for prayer, a biblical question or whatever. I got to be ready to serve. So this is a service for me. You know what I mean? So, but tickets are still available. Call. It's paperless tickets, so you have to call. You can cash app the ticket, $15. That's it, $15. And it's really a donation. So this is a charitable fundraiser for Christian Outreach Fellowship Association and Christian Sports, which is my nonprofit charitable organization. We are 501c3 qualified, so every donation is tax deductible, and you can look us up. But $15, call the number. You can buy as many tickets that's available, and your name will be on the list if you come to the door.
And
unless
just so anybody knows,
still available, you will not get in if your name is not on the list.
Just so anybody knows who's coming to the games, we are requiring masks, following COVID protocols, all that good stuff, trying to be safe
checks.
out here.
Everybody gonna get some hand sanitizer, all that good stuff. We're gonna try to be as safe as possible, but more importantly, we want to have fun and enjoy this game of basketball that we all love.
All right. One more time, that was Stan Laws, Coach Stan Laws from the Camden Monarchs, talking about the 2021 Philly All-America game. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
It sounds like it's going to be a great event. Hey, I know down the line you're going to have your summer basketball camps. Man, please come back, hang out with us for another evening, and we can talk about that as well.
And before we go, I want to let y'all know. So my media list is full, but I saved the spot for you guys.
Appreciate it.
Come, let me know, and I got you guys on the media roster, and hopefully you guys can come out. And if you want to support, if anybody want to donate, call that number as well, man.
There you go.
You know, we need all that we can get because again, it's for these kids. Professionals will be sold. If you want to vend, call me 267. Again, the number's on the screen, 819-6682. I look forward to seeing everybody there. And I'm excited for these young people, man. And remember, my motto is we're blessed to be a blessing. And the Philly Philadelphia All-American game is where national attention begins at home.
Nice.
There you go.
There you go. Once again, one more time for Stan Laws. May 16th, 2021, Philly All-America game. Make sure you check that out. Coach, thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
All right, all right. Hey, remember, you can tell us what you think of the show. Hit us up. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at BITW Sports or Jonesy and Brown. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Hey, we will be right back and we will talk more sports on Jonesy and Brown.